How did the co-write happen with Madonna? You were a Grammy nominee for that song. I think it hit number 1. It was a good dozen or so countries. I know it hit number 5 in Canada.
Yeah, I think it is 13, 14 countries that went to number 1, particularly in sort of Europe and the sort of block of Europe. It was a big hit there.
Yeah.
The co-writing session, that I wrote the song, co-wrote the song with a guy called Ian Green, and Ian was based in London. He's amazing, just the most amazing, bubbly, vibrant character, and he'd worked with a lot of sort of soul bands and British soul bands, and he had maybe a 5 or 6 year relationship with Paul Oakenfold, the DJ, and was doing a lot of remixing and working on the production stuff for Oakenfold and his releases, and had a lot of success. And the very first time we met, it was my manager that set up the co-write with Ian Green, and I flew in from Belfast into London, and we hung out for a morning and had a cup of tea and talked about music, and then we just sort of got into the studio, and over a period of 3 or 4 days we wrote a song a day. And Fold heard the stuff, that what we were doing, he basically played the stuff to Madonna, and that's how it came about. So it was like, it's the music game is a lot like any other games. It's a lot to do with who you know,
Absolutely.
Connection. And having those opportunities. It's a funny game, the music game, because you can put yourself out there with positivity a lot, but for every 100 times you do that, maybe only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, if you're lucky, things happen. But you kind of just have to get up every day and go out with a positive frame of mind, and that was one of my very first co-writing sessions in London. I was in an original band for 7 years at that point, and we had signed publishing, and we signed a record deal, and we were touring with all of these sort of major festivals and stuff in the UK and Ireland. And when that band finished, I said to my manager, just set me up with co-writing sessions. I want to be able to write dance music. I want to be able to write country music. I want to be able to write whatever. I just want to learn from these writers, and just a song is a song. I want to be able to write songs, and I don't care what style it's in. I don't care if it's reggae or blues or jazz or pop or dance or whatever. I just want to be able to write with different people and learn. So, yeah, again, like a lot of things in my career, was right place at the right time, and the right person heard it. So Oakenfold played the stuff to Madonna, and Madonna recorded both songs, 2 songs actually. One was Celebration, and the other one never got released. But and yeah, like within a year of writing that song, Celebration was number 1 in 13, 14 countries in Europe, and I'd been nominated for a Grammy, which literally I went from an unknown songwriter practically has co-written a number 1 that has been Grammy nominated. So it's like, yeah, pretty much dream come true type stuff, you know.
How did you celebrate?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, we had I was still living in Ireland at the time, and my wife and I just threw a big house party with all our families and friends came around. We had a bit of a barbecue, and I just remember specifically listening to BBC Radio 1. That when I grew up in Northern Ireland, the pinnacle of the music charts was listening to Sunday. You wanted to see who was number 1, and I think it went to number 3 in the British charts. And I remember driving through the Coast Road in Antrim, Coast Road in Northern Ireland, and just being blown away to hear Madonna being announced on the charts, and then to hear my backing vocals in the background on the radio as I'm driving along in my car going, woo!
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty surreal moment, because Madonna's she's
an icon.
As far as female artists go, is there anybody bigger on the planet or more influential in pop music?
No.
Well before Lady Gaga, Madonna was doing all of the...
And Beyonce,
She laid the groundwork for sure.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She broke all the ground. She's a very very influential artist.
Very
as
most,
a
I would say,
songwriter
yeah.
and as a performer, and just but visual artist, making the music videos. She was doing all of that well before anybody else was.
Right. So, Ciaran, you said 2 songs for Madonna. So the song that wasn't released, can somebody else pick that up even though it was under her originally?
Good question. I think, if memory serves me correct, the answer is yes. Anyone can always cover your song, but I'm pretty sure the version that she recorded, I don't think we signed a contract with regards to that song, but definitely we signed a contract with the Celebration song, and she's a co-writer on the song. So we started the song in London, and then she took the song, and in New York, Ian Green, my co-writing partner, spent time with her in New York again, and she changed a lot of our lyrics. But the bed, the chord progression, the general vibe and melody of the song was very much our bed and our sort of foundation of the song. So it's that co-writing thing again, where you start something and you come at it from one angle, and then Madonna comes in at it from a different angle, and as well. So it's a 4-way co-write, but myself, Ian Green, Madonna, and Paul Oakenfold.
Paul, yeah. So after Madonna was changing lyrics, you didn't object, eh, Ciaran? You weren't like, no, Madonna, no.
Hello,
you can't do
Madonna?
that.
Can you get me Madonna on the line? She's changing my lyrics.
How dare you?
No. I let her have her say. I was very happy to have her say.
Oh,
I think that's a good idea.